Hey gang, we're back in Cary where the bus train crash happened, and I am revisiting the cemetery, the Windridge Memorial Park and Nature Sanctuary, this beautiful arboretum here. And I'm doing so because when we were doing the video, we saw a couple of other graves that were compelling and I think need some remembrance, and we are in. You can hear the chimes. Such a beautiful place. It was Jenna Gleasner, Sarah Kelly, two young high school girls, basketball players that were on their way to Kenosha for a basketball tournament with two friends in the car. They were heading eastbound in the Volo area on Route 120, and when they came to Fish Lake Road, somebody just pulled out in front of them, not paying attention. And it was there that Jenna, who was driving, tried to avoid the collision, tried to avoid the catastrophe, and went into oncoming traffic. And I think it was a head-on collision. Two of these girls died. This is Jenna's grave. So, a beautiful girl. You can see with the basketball, the smile. It says, show the world the warmth of your smile. And that is what Jenna was known for. She was, you can see there, it says, honor student. Both Jenna and Sarah Kelly passed away at the scene near Fish Lake Road there. Their friends Emily Murphy and Jenna Olson, they were injured. Jenna, by the way, Jenna Olson was the daughter of the school's principal, Stephen. All four were wearing seatbelts, and there were no drugs involved in this accident. I want everybody to know. Jenna was driving a 2006 Honda Accord when this happened, and the driver, I don't think he had any fault. He was just in his lane, and I'm sure it was all so fast. So a little bit about Jenna. Jenna was the daughter of Jackie Gleasner, a Crystal Lake Central math teacher, and she also played soccer along with basketball and volleyball. And she was well liked by the students and staff at the school. She was really a phenomenal athlete, and you can see in this picture here, you can just imagine Jenna bringing it up the court. She was voted the captain of the soccer team. The girls gravitated to her because she's a real leader. Great personality, always had that smile on her face, just what you'd envision a captain being. The counselors were at the school, as the school where Sarah was, and it really hit the community very hard, the schools in the community. A lot of people showed up at Jenna and Sarah's funerals. Let's walk right up here and see Sarah. Here is Sarah Kelly. It says on her plaque, "We will love you forever, Mom, Dad, Jason, and Daniel." A loving family. And a beautiful new plant, a little tree evergreen, placed here, I'm sure, within the last few days. These girls are not forgotten. It warms my heart. Kelly was at Johnsburg High School. She was a sophomore. And as a sophomore, she was moved up to varsity to play guard during the postseason. Now, when you have a sophomore that's moved to varsity, you are good. So Sarah was a star. They say these girls were all really in a tight group. Sarah was part of that. She had a great personality. Everybody loved her. It didn't matter who you were. She touched everybody, and she was just a great kid. So she played 3 sports: volleyball, soccer, and basketball. So we're talking about 2 super athletes here. Very coordinated. Another one of those girls that always had that smile on her face. And you can see, again, I'll zoom in on the picture of that beautiful smile. I look at these pictures, guys, and this happened over 13 years ago. This terrible accident, and I feel like this happened yesterday. Maybe it's partly because of the pictures. They do come alive. The smiles. Well, we're here to remember them, and lest they never be forgotten, Sarah and Jenna. So we hope you're both resting in peace, girls. That's a path coming up our way, and on that path are graves, all integrated into this beautiful arboretum setting. On the way out, I noticed there's a pet cemetery here, so not as big as the last one, but let's go check it out on the way out. All right. Here's a grave here, but this is a person. It looks like a young woman. This is very well done. Somebody put a lot of care here. I am not going to walk on this. I'm going to try and zoom so we can see this beautiful girl. This is someone very young that must have passed away. And she was obviously a dog lover. I see a stone there that says Happy Birthday 17. 12/11/03 is the date on the yellow rock. I don't see a name. But if someone, I do see a name of Sophie on the rock. That is a central element to this. This is right over the actual grave, I believe. Well, let's see if we can find out about Sophie. I don't know if anyone knows. Anybody from Cary here? Would love to hear from you. God rest her soul. All right, we're going to walk the trail to the pet cemetery. Doing the paying respects to Jenna and Sarah is particularly hard for me. As some of you know, we've lost our daughter of 21. She was killed in a head-on by a woman in Colorado who I'm just not going to say. But let me just say this, she spent no time in jail. She got off free card. I don't understand how our judicial system works sometimes, where in one case somebody who abuses a child like A.J. Freund gets 30 or 40 years after that brutal murder of child abuse, and then you have a rapist murderer like the girl I'm going to be doing a video on up in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, Lisa French, whose murderer has already been paroled before and thrown in prison again because he's waving a knife around at somebody, and now he's getting out of prison again on parole. No continuity. And so many times, no justice. By the way, I'll put the link, if anybody's interested, on our daughter, Milena Kistner. You can see the article. I looked for a cross, by the way, of the for the two girls here, Jenna and Sarah, and at the location, there's no cross there, but again, it happened just over 13 years ago. I think it's after 5 years the crosses are taken away. I know we were told by the highway authority there in Colorado they were taking our cross down, I think, this year. So down the trail we go. I see two bow wows, two chew bones, Mr. Janusz and Mr. Sheehan. Mr. Janusz passed in 2017. He lived a pretty good life. Mr. Sheehan also. And I understand they had a lot of good times together, chasing each other's tail in the backyard there. Look at these trails. There's so much continuity here. The way it's designed. I see up here a couple of more. Oh, I see a horse, everybody. I see a horse. I'm going to sneak up sideways here. Tones family, Carol, Stolfus Tones, 1958. It's a beautiful plaque, wouldn't you agree? Here below we have Riley and Frisky. And Jojo. Half Pint. Gotta love the nicknames. Here's 3 little friends. We got a Yorkie, Katie. Wow, that's a great picture. '95 to 2005, 10 years old. Darla. 2001 to 2017, 16 years. That's a pretty long life for a little fella. Little girl, sorry. Mommy's precious little girl. And then, of course, Emma. We couldn't forget about Emma here. Look at those eyes. Forever in our hearts, we love you. Aren't those beautiful, those 3? Let's backtrack this way. Here I see the grave of a beautiful woman. This is Shia Leslie Anderlew. June 1st, 1994 to July 25th, 2012. Please remember me happily by the rosebush, laughing. I don't want to step on this, so I'm going to try and zoom in. Beautiful bronze brass plate that will last a long time. I see more pets up here. Looks like the people are mixed in. How cool is that? Could be buried with your pet, I suppose. This is Mandy, my little angel, 1987 to 2000. And there is a Christmas cane. There's a wreath which has fallen over. Try and fix that. Let's get creative here. How's that? How's that look, guys? I think that looks pretty good for Mandy. And we got Nikki, such a sweet girl. 2000 to 2014. That is quite beautiful. I see veteran U.S. Army front and center. So Tom, thank you for your service in the Army. Tom passed in 19. I'm guessing World War II or Korea. No, not World War II. He was born in 46. Korea or thereafter. Rest in peace. All right, folks, that is going to be a wrap for today. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.